was reminded that I didn't introduce myself. I was so excited I forgot to introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Shirley Silversmith, and I am the Director for the Utah Division of Indian Affairs. And I am an enrolled member of the Navajo Nation, the Diné Nation, and I'm very proud of that and honored by that. I was originally raised on the White Mountain Apache Reservation, which is located in central eastern Arizona. My mom and most of my family members still reside there. Dinek Echago Eya Shashtinen Sanjukineya Vashishtin Akutavaya Sanenshtin. What I said is my clan is, I am from the Bear People clan and born for the Cliff Dweller people. And that's how I describe myself as a woman. And I am very honored to be here with you today. I also would like to introduce our next speaker. Julie Fisher is a member of Governor Gary Herbert's cabinet, serving as Executive Director of the Utah Department of Heritage and Arts. Prior to her current assignment, Mrs. Fisher was a 4-term state representative, representing Fruit Heights, Kaysville, and Farmington. Julie Fisher graduated from Indiana University with a Bachelor of Arts degree in journalism in 1980. She and her husband, Scott, have 4 children and 1 grandchild and reside in Fruit Heights. Julie Fisher.
That's actually 2 grandchildren, and I didn't know Ed Naranjo was a stand-up comedian. He is really good. Let's give that guy another hand. I am delighted to be here today to be with you all, and it's great to look out in this audience and see how many people have come, and I know from all parts of the state. Thank you for being here. And it's just been over a year ago that Shirley Silversmith and I both started in the department. It's now the new Department of Heritage and Arts, and we were just recently before the Department of Community and Culture, and the legislators decided during the legislative session that we would move the housing component of the Department of Community and Culture over to Workforce Services, and what is now remaining is the Department of Heritage Arts, which is the Division of the Division of History, the Division of State Library, Arts and Museums, Indian Affairs, Multicultural Affairs. Claudia Nakano is here from our new Multicultural Affairs and does a wonderful job. And we also have the Commission on Volunteers. And it's been a delight working with Shirley, and she's prepared a wonderful summit for you all, and I know you're going to glean a lot of great information. When I attended last year, I was so impressed with all that I heard, and one of the things that stood out to me was we need more youth involved in what we're doing. We had an Indigenous Day that Shirley planned, and a lot of youth came to that event. And it seemed to me that if we could get more youth to this summit, we could have them learn about governance and how it works and understand some of the things. These are the kids that are going to make the difference in this world. They need to understand all the importance. And I have noticed today there are a lot of families here. I've noticed a lot of children here. And I thank you for the ones who brought your children with you today, because I think it's a very important component of this summit. I'd like to talk a little bit about our governor, because I will tell you, he has been so impressive. I remember as Lieutenant Governor, he is the one who started the Native American Summit. I think it was back in 2006. So this is the 7th annual summit, so I think that adds up, 2006. He has been committed to Native American issues and continues to be very committed. And our dear Lieutenant Governor, he has continued that commitment as well. And Lieutenant Governor Bell is equally passionate about our Native Americans. And he has watched us grow exponentially. I think last year we tipped right around 500 people attending, and this year registration is nearing 600. I think last year it was like 450, this year it's near 600. So we're excited to have everyone here. We continue to grow, and we're thrilled to have this growth. Lt. Governor Bell was formerly a Davis County Senator in the Utah State Legislature, and he also was in leadership. And Greg Bell is a former city councilman and past mayor of Farmington City. And after that, he became the chair of Envision Utah. We'd like to welcome our dear Lieutenant Governor and thank him for being here with us today.
Thank you, Julie. I'm delighted to be here. It was 3 years ago. Well, it was actually, I think, the 31st of August when I was sworn in as Lieutenant Governor. And I got sworn in and I said, okay, boss, where do I start? He said, well, you're going to conduct a 2-day Native American Summit. And that was my first day on the job. Thanksgiving point. And it's been my pleasure ever since. This is my 4th time to participate in these. I've tried to be here every hour of every day. And it's been an enriching experience. And it has taught me so much. That I'm able to be a messenger for what is good and what is needful among our Native American people. And I don't come today now because this being my 4th year as a government official, I come as a friend. And many of you are personally my friends. And I'd like to shake hands with each one of you throughout the day, so I'll make sure I greet you and have the opportunity to know who you are. This will take a little time, but it's really important for me, and I think for you to know who's here today. So first of all, I'd like all our Native Americans to stand up. This is the group. This is why we do this. Thank you. I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors and have them stand as well. Jane Shock is here representing American Express. Without Jane, this event literally would not happen. We have AT&T, Jason Olson, be with us, Intermountain Healthcare, Brigham Young University, EDC, Utah, USDA. Is anybody here with USDA? Or Intermountain, or ECU, or BYU? Anybody here? Okay, then we have Andarko, and we have Robert Brennan with Science, and Michael Chin with Science. Anyone else from Science? Thank you for your help. And Wells Fargo, anyone from Wells Fargo? NSF, CIT, Native American Grant Program, and Youth Energy, Cameron Touch, here. And then we also have Utah Valley University. And I know, why don't you gentlemen stand? I don't know who else is here from you. Please stand. You got to admit it. I just met you. Okay. I'd like to surely recognize National Code Talker Day. That's so important to recognize that little slice of history that is so unique. It was a brilliant invention. And unfortunately, belatedly, that recognition was given, but it was given. And I think we all acknowledge how clever the idea was, how difficult the task was, and how successful code talkers were at frustrating our enemies. And I know that they were deployed in the Pacific. I believe they were deployed in the European theater as well. But the Germans and the Japanese never, ever could break this code. They had no idea what it was. I want to thank Ed and the Confederate band of the Go Shoot for being our host today. Thank you. You've been a wonderful host, and let's give them a hand. I'd like to recognize those from state government. Would you please stand? And we have Lance Davenport, Catherine, we have Julie. Okay, let's Shirley and let's all have our state government employees stand from a host of different departments: health, aging, child welfare. What other departments? The broadband, GoEd. Boards of Active, community and housing. Anyway, I'm missing some departments. So thank you all for being here. Any federal employees with us or officials? Thank you. It's good to have you. And then any sponsor or any exhibitors? I have recognized as sponsors. And then we have everybody else. We have the legislature, represented, right back there, guys. We have I'm talking about staff. And we're glad you could be here. And I think we'll see some legislators throughout the day. And we have, I guess, other is our final category, and we'll get into that. But I'm delighted to be here.